we can talk about consumers, we can talk about, what's going on and interest rates and those things, but one of the hottest topics or most talked about topics right now is real estate commissions.
Big one.
Big ones.
NAR, yeah.
Most consumers don't understand what's being proposed or what's going on right now. Would you care to expand on that?
There have been some lawsuits about buyer commission in other states, and the National Association of Realtors has been involved. At a very high level to explain it, or my understanding of it is, there have been some buyers that felt like commission wasn't explained and how commission is paid out. I think that there have been some conversations on how buyer commission needs to be talked about to buyers and what's really happening in the market and how brokers like myself are getting paid when you represent a buyer. And I think that's a fair conversation. I think that's a reasonable expectation of the consumer to understand how do I get paid? I think that's a fair thing to ask.
It reminds me a little bit, and forgive me, like my ignorance with this whole side, because I don't deal with realtor commission, but it reminds me kind of like the subprime days where we got kind of held to a standard for, buyers would show up to a closing and find out how much their closing costs were. They didn't know until the day before. So
Right.
maybe there needed to be further dialogue on this. And what are your thoughts on what happens in the future because of it?
Yeah, I think that there should be clearer pictures. I think that consumers aren't totally understanding, and that's because brokers haven't explained it. And so shame on us for not being clear and concise. And now we have to go be more clear and concise. And I think that's okay. If you can articulate your value to your buyer and you're bringing value to the table other than opening a door, there's no reason why you can't ask to be paid.
Yep.